Okay, hello there guys, welcome again to our next tutorial um, uh, about developing a library management system. Right now I'm not recording at midnight, so you might hear some of the noise outside from the neighbors. I can't do anything about it, I'm afraid. Okay, so basically last time we worked on the administrator, and the things that we did is let's see here. We should perform a login, admin, and the password was 123, and we can log in and display the information right away, and these are the staff member. Okay, and we created one simple function, which is add a new staff member. Okay, so today what are we gonna do? We are going to work on editing a staff member. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, editing a staff member is relatively easy to do. Easy, not very easy. Okay, so first is going to be very similar to adding staff member, except these fields will be already there. The values will be already available. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to create another form here, and I'm going to add a new Windows form. This is going to be what? This is going to be edit staff form, right? So this should be a dialog, and this should be edit staff form, and hit add. Wait a few seconds. Okay, there we go. So one of the things we want to do is make sure that this one has the same both forms have the same dimensions. So 250, 260. Let's go to this guy, and this is gonna be 250 followed by 260. There we go. And the name, this is gonna be what? The title of the form, I mean. This is gonna be what? Let's go. Edit staff information. There we go. Okay, so we have password, confirm password. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We are going to copy everything over here, and we are gonna paste this here. Simply enough. Okay, so what needs to happen in this case is first we need the information to be displayed. So this is what are we gonna do. So here okay, define the object that holds the staff information. So here public staff obj as what's that? Library management system dot what? Staff class. Okay, so what this means is that we're going to create an object, and this object will be filled from the outside. Okay, okay, so this is the first thing. Next we want to go to the load event of this form. So this is the form, and this is the load event. Okay, this event is used to fill the display. Okay, so what we need to do is first let's go here. What do we have? We have username, we have what? Staff full name. Okay, okay, so we are gonna fill the display. So staff or let's say username text box dot text equals what? This is gonna be what? This is gonna be the staff object, object dot what? Get employee login name. There we go. This is the first one, and then we have staff full name dot text equals staff object dot get employee name. There we go. We don't want to display the password. If the administrator wants to change the password, in that case he's gonna fill it, so no problem with that. And let's put some notes here. Fill the text boxes with the values from the object. No problem. So we fill the information over here. No harm's done here. All is easy. Okay, so if we hit cancel, we are gonna say this is executed when a user wants to cancel all edits. So what happens here, you say $result equal cancel. Okay, and the important part is this one, when we hit OK. Now this is executed when the user wants to save changes. There we go. So what happens in this case when you want to save the changes? We want to do what? We want to update the staff object. So what we are gonna say is we are gonna say staff object dot set employee login name. What are we gonna use here is username dot text. Oops. Username text box dot text. This is the first one, and then staff obj dot set employee password. Oops, not password. Set employee name. Staff full name dot text. Okay, so here fill the object. Next, check the password. So here if password text box dot text equals confirm password text box dot text, then if password text box dot text equals nothing, well, actually, if it's the same, doesn't equal nothing. If it doesn't, it has something to be filled. Then set password. We're gonna say what? We're gonna use password text box dot text. There we go. Now, if the first condition does not apply, it doesn't match. So in that case, we're gonna say MSG box the password and its confirmation does not match. Okay, there we go. And this is gonna be what? This is gonna be critical or okay only. There we go, followed by the message error. Okay. And also we don't want to progress anymore, so we can say exits up. There we go. Now we updated the object. We need to save that into the database. So save the save the changes, let's say. So if not, staff obj dot update db. There we go. And here this is going to be what? This is going to be main window dot was it main window dot dbms. There we go. And we're going to use true. Then else. In that case, oops, sorry. Yeah, okay. So if this doesn't return true, we're gonna get an error, so we're gonna display a message. So MSG box equal MSG box enable to update, enable off updating the staff information. Okay, and this could have many reasons, so for now I'm not gonna check every single reason. Instead, I'm gonna do it the lazy way, just display a message, and the user should figure what the problem is. This is gonna be critical or okay only, and this is gonna be error. There we go. And what do we do next? We are gonna say exit sub. If everything is fine, in that case, we're gonna say me.dialog result equal okay. and that's it. It's as simple as that. So what you need to do, you need to fill the staff object over here. So we're gonna save this, and let's go to our main window. This is our main window here, and we are gonna say here edit staff member information. There we go. So what we need to do is make sure that there's a row here that we could edit. So we are gonna double click that. Now this one is used to to edit staff member information. So we're gonna use this. If data grid view dot selected rows dot count equals 0, then this gbox you should select, well, this should not happen, but just in case, you should select at least one you should select a staff member, and this is going to be critical or okay only, and this is going to be what? Error. There we go. And exit sub. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for a second, okay, and continue. Okay, so now continuing our tutorial, what we see now is well sorry about that. Okay, we just display the message in case that there's no rows being selected. Now we need to load the object from the database. In other words, we have a row that selects a member, so we need to load the object that contains the information for that member. Okay, so load the object from DB. In that case, we are going to say dimension staff name as string equal dgv dot selected rows of 0 dot cells of staff. Right, let me see what the name is of in the database, because I forget a lot. So columns, come on my friend, this is gonna be what? Employee login name. This is gonna be employee login name. Okay, sorry, close that dot value. Okay, so we just got the name, and now we are going to use that to load the information. So dimension tmp as library management system dot staff class. Actually, this is a new object. Okay, so now if not tmp dot load from db dbms database management system, a login name, staff name, there we go, then msg box enable of loading staff information from db. Okay, and this is going to be what? This is going to be critical or okay only, and this is going to be error. There we go. And what should we do next? We should exit this subroutine. Now if everything works fine, the object is loaded. So now we are going to create the object for the edit window. Okay, edit the information. So here we're gonna say dimension edit window object as new edit staff form, and then edit this name doesn't make sense, right? So edit staff object, edit staff object dot staff object itself equal tmp, the one we just loaded, and then we're gonna say this: if edit staff object dot show dialog equals okay, this means the information was updated successfully. In that case, then what should we do? We should just fill, oh wait a second, we need to fill the graphical user interface, right? In this case it's the it is this one, filling the data grid view. So I'm gonna copy this one, oops, copy, I'm gonna put this one here. And by the way, I will not end the program here. I will remove this end. Okay, so here, this should do it. I'm gonna save this. There's another thing. Let me double click the window, and I notice this one doesn't appear at the center of this display. So there's a property, there's not Windows state, but there's startup location as far as I remember. Startup position, sorry, startup position. I'm gonna make it center of the screen. Okay, and save that. I'm gonna run this, test it out, and this is admin. Oops, sorry about that. Admin 1 2 3 go. And you can see this information. We are going to select this one, Smith, and we are going to say edit. This is Smith, as you can see now. Smith, or let me call, the full name will be John Smith, for example. I'm going to hit OK. So you can see that the name now is John Smith. If I want to change T here, and I'm going to go and edit staff member information, I'm going to say this is Todd. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. So now I'm gonna add a new member, and this is gonna be what? Also Todd, T and 1 and 1, and hit OK. Enable, of course, because there's a user already called Todd. This is gonna be Todd 1, and this is Todd 1. I'm gonna try to edit the information and create an error. Edit here. This is gonna be Todd, so this should not be acceptable. And enable. So basically you can see how this works. If you would like to change the password, okay, no problem. So as you can see now, the edit is working just fine. Let's stop this, let's save our project, and let's update this part. So we finished editing users. Okay, now let's go to the part where we delete a user. Well, usually I don't work with delete because a record might be connected to many other operations. So when we are going to create delete, we will have to go back to it at every single time we add something that has to do with the staff information. So I guess I will do it. No problem with that. So here we have add edit, no problem. We'll put a separator, and the reason I'm putting a separator because it's kind of I think you need to put something to distinguish this operation. This is gonna be very quick. This is gonna be what? Remove staff member. There we go. So we have edit. Okay, why I am doing this? This name should be smaller. Okay, so remove staff member, double click on that, and here this function is used to remove staff member. Okay, and this is going to be in a way very similar to this one. So I'm going to copy some of the code here. There we go. Actually, wait, I'm selecting here. I'm checking if there is any staff members being selected here, and I'm loading. I just need to get the staff member name. That's it. And now I need to remove the information. So did I do something like that in the class itself? So let's go to the business part. Let's double click that and see the methods. So we have get, insert, okay, remove from DB. Okay, so the object could remove itself, right? The object could remove itself. So in that case, I should go back and okay, so I load the information from the DB, and finally I'm gonna remove it. So if not, tmp dot remove from DB. This is going to be dbms, and this is going to be true. Then in that case an error happens. So here remove remove the staff information from DB. There we go. So what do we have to do here? We should display a message. over here, Control C. Okay, else, come on. Okay, enable of removing staff member from DB. There we go. And if it works fine, we just need to update our data grid view, so we will call this guy. Come on. Okay, it's as simple as that. We are calling this. Okay, no problem. There is an issue here, is that when we want to remove, we must check that the user is not the administrator. So here, so if staff name equals admin, then MSG box admin account can't be removed, cannot be removed. Okay, there we go. This is a critical or okay only, and error. This is the first one, and exit sub. Okay, and the same thing should be done to edit. Where is it? So we go here, enter, come on, there we go. Cannot be edited, there we go. So okay, you don't want to remove the administrator, that's for sure. So save that and run, and this hope it works. So admin 1 2 3 go, and now I'm gonna select this guy and remove it. Now try to remove the administrator and cannot be removed. We can remove Todd here, remove Todd, and now we can remove the others, but also let's try modifying the administrator, cannot. So we finished this one. You can see that working with the graphical user interface is a little bit faster because we created all the hard work in the business objects. Okay, and the code is not very difficult. You can see you can see there are lots of comments here. We you know, each operation is 1 or 2 steps, and most of the steps are just for displaying some third of the steps is just for displaying friendly messages. Okay, so it's not really lots of work. So we finished this one. Now let's go to the next step. Now we finished working with the staff information. It took us some time. We finished about 15% of the progress, as of total progress. So now, of the project. So now we have to work with the shelves, and the shelves are, well, we need to define the shelves table. So let's have a look at this one. So where is the shelves? Where? Okay, it's this one, right? Let me check everything here. Books, staff information, web user, finds table. Okay, so we have the shelf. So we have the shelf number, the floor and section. Okay, so let's go to this guy, and here. Okay, what's the spelling? I don't want to mess the spelling here. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm bad with English. I'm very sorry about that. Need to improve my language. So create table here. Okay, so this is shelves. Okay, this is gonna be what? Shelf. Oops. Shelf ID. There we go. And now you'll find that we're gonna repeat the same steps. So here we have shelf number. Okay, and this is gonna be what? Yeah, well, I'm gonna make it varchar. Okay, this is gonna be the primary key. The reason the shelf numbers. So continuing our code. Okay, so now we are adding a new shelf into the database. One of the things that I think I missed here is that maybe I should have created some kind of interface and made all the other objects inherit that interface. This would make it a little bit easier because you will know what methods to implement. Right now I'm trying to figure out the names and try to put some common naming and stuff like that. Interfaces are not used for making standard names, but rather it has more use than that. But for now, yeah, anyway, sorry about that. So for insert into DB, we are going to create a method called insert into DB. Okay, this method is used to insert an object into a database. There we go. So inserting an object into the database. So we're gonna do it like this. So public function insert into DB. What we have to do here is gonna be dbms as dbms class and commit as boolean right? One thing I want to check here, when I created the insert into DB, did I return string or yeah, just true false, right? Insert to DB, yeah. Okay, so here now we're gonna use a try. So what we want to do is okay, well, DBA or DBMS first dimension sql our string equals or sql equals insert into shelves values. This is gonna be shelf number at 0, at 1, at 2. Okay, so the first value will be the shelf number, second floor, third section, and dbms dot execute SQL. There's going to be SQL followed by what? Followed by me dot shelf number, me dot what? Shelf sorry, floor, and me dot section. Okay, so here we are executing this, and if commit, then dbms.commit, and finally return true if all is fine. So here insert the record, and here is save the changes. Okay, if any kind of error happens, we're gonna say dbms.rollback, so all changes will be cancelled, and here we're gonna return false. Okay, and before I continue, let me check that with the code I created here. Reason is I don't want to miss anything. So here, yep, oh, the old values, I forgot to update the old values. So here after doing so, me.old floor equal me.floor, me.old section equal me.section, and me.old shelf number equal me.shelf number. Okay, this should be it. So this should be the insert into DB. I'm gonna save that. Now before we continue, we need to go to our test project and make it the startup project here, and double click that. We're gonna do more tests over here. So here, let's go to test number 10, Control C, and here test number 10, insert a new shelf. Okay, so dimension shf as a new library management system dot shelf a class, shf dot set shelf number abc, shf dot set shelf section, what I'm gonna say section A, for example, shf, you know, just some dumb information, set floor equal 3. Okay, and finally if shf dot insert into database, I'm gonna use the obj for database management system, and false, then else. If it works, then list box 1 dot items, items dot add what, test 10. Okay, otherwise list box 2 dot items dot add what, test 10 failed. There we go. So we have these we have this simple test, and we can save this and hope it works. So run over here, come on, and go. And the fourth test failed here. So our current test for inserting the shelf, okay, but fourth test failed. So let's go and see what was the fourth one. Did we insert record? Okay, so in our current data we already have a Smith, right? So in that case I'm gonna say that's why we're getting this error. So it's okay, this one's fine, because we are doing a duplicate login name. That's why we're getting error. Other than that, it's working fine. So adding a new shelf is fine. Now we need to put the code to edit existing shelf. Now for this, since we are working on this very slowly, I want to speed things up. So I'm gonna copy some of the code over here and modify it. So copy from here. It won't be the same actually, but I'm gonna modify it very quickly. This function use load. This is gonna be what? There's gonna be shelf information from DB. Load from DB. Select star from what? Shelves. Okay, where? Shelf number. This is gonna be what? Shelf number. Okay. This is gonna be what? Shelf number. Okay. So we created that, and me dot shelf number, and me dot floor. Where's that? Floor. This is gonna be me dot section. Okay, and this is gonna be what? Shelf number. This is gonna be what? Floor. This is gonna be section, and this is gonna be me dot alt shelf number equal me dot shelf number, and me dot alt floor equal me dot floor, and me dot alt section equal me dot section. Where's that? Me dot section. Okay. And declare the result set return. No record was found. Okay, no problem. DB rollback. Okay, so you can see I've just modified few values here, and the rest is the same. So the idea here is very similar to the previous one. You just perform an SQL statement. If the record exists, you will load the information, put them here, and that's it. So let's go to the test project again. Let's go to the test project, and now we are gonna add another test 11, for loading a shelf. So here, Control C, okay, this is gonna be 11. Oops, load the shelf. Dimension SHF2 as a new library management system dot shelf class, and if not, shf dot load from db. What do we have? We have obj followed by the shelf number. Shelf number is going to be abc, the one we just created here. Then actually, if it's successful, then and else. Okay, so okay, I'm kind of lazy trying to do things very quickly. Okay, so let's test that out and run and go. Okay, it's working fine. So the loading also is working well. I'm gonna save that. Let's go back to our code. So we finished saving, loading. Need to work on edit. Okay, so here let's go to shelf class and stuff class. Okay, so this is okay. We need to go to was record change. Okay, same technique. So you can see that I am doing the same technique, just updating the table names and the columns. That's all. Enter, go here, it checks if the record was changed. So here, load from DB, and this is gonna be old shelf number. There we go. So next, what do we have? Old employee, right? Oh yeah, old shelf number. So here we are loading the old shelf information. It's gonna be old what? Wait a second, this is not stab, this should be what? Shelf class. There we go. That's why. So this is gonna be what? Old shelf number. It's gonna be again old shelf number. This is gonna be what? Old floor. Another one is old floor. Old section. And old section. There we go. And we finished this one. That was very quick. Sorry. Let's go back to our friend over here and let's work on the update. Okay. While at it, let's go and work on update and remove in one step. Okay, because we're gonna need these two. Control V. So let's go back to this one. This is the update, and the update staff set shelf number. Shelves. Okay, shelf number where shelf number equal. So this is gonna be what? Okay, this is gonna be old shelf number. There we go. Okay, this will lead to locking their record. Update shelves. Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay, shelf number. Floor. This is gonna be what? And section. This is gonna be what? Shelf number. Okay, one thing here. I need to put this should be floor. I'm sorry. This should be section. This one should be what? Shelf number, because you don't want to change the shelf number until the very last thing. Okay, so here this shelf number. Control C, Control V, Control V. This is gonna be what? This should be floor. This should be section. This should be shelf number. This should be old shelf number. Control C, Control V, Control V. Lots of copy and paste. Anyway, so if you look what I was doing here, I'm updating the table shelf, setting the value where the old key value is. So this is the new value, and this is the old key. This is the new value, this is the old key, and you see that I don't change the key until the very last step. I use the new key for okay, which should solve the issue. Okay, and now again we need to update these. So this is going to be old shelf number. This should be shelf number. This should this next one should be what? Old the floor and old section, and done. And also the remove is going to work in a very similar fashion. Shelves, there we go. Sorry, this should be what? This should be shelf number, and this should be old shelf number. There we go. So was the value changed? Delete from shelves where shelf number. This should be old shelf number. Okay, so we finished these guys. So we finished the edit and the remove, and now we should test them. So again, Control C, Control V. So edit the shelf. So I'm gonna say shf2.set shell. Oops. Wait, it seems that I have an employee with the name ABC. I'm very sorry about that. This should be what? Shelf class. Okay, that wasn't testing it. Gosh, it seems that I have oh wait, this should be SHF2. I am loading the same object again, so that's why. Okay, sorry about that. Set floor, whatever, some rubbish here, and next SHF2 dot what? Update DB. I'm gonna update the database and save false. Please don't save anything. If all is fine, this will go to the step, and finally removing the value here. Control V. 13. Remove the shelf. Okay. So, oh, 13. Some people say it's an unlucky number. I like it. Okay, so this one is removed from DB. Object and false. Test 13. Okay, so what do you think, guys? Will it work or not? Save that and run and test, and all work. Test 4, it's not we already know why test 4 is failing, but all in all it's fine, no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna close this one here and save this. So if we go back to our progress, the edit is finished, the remove is finished. We have to display the shelves in the data grid view, so let's go back here and let's go to the staff class. We could just, you know, copy these guys and go here similarly. Okay, it's full with shelves info. Again, full data grid, extract from shelves. Okay, so here we don't have password, but instead of this we have shelf number dot header text equal shelf number. Okay, next we have floor. Okay, and section. The last two you can leave them as they are, but you know, just for consistency with the in order just to have the same style all the time. Okay, section. So you can here you can add some text if you'd like to. It won't affect anything. So we have this full data grid view with shelf info. There we go. And save that. Now let's go to the test. Where is it? Load shelf, insert new shelf, login. Okay, so we're gonna copy this part. Let's go down here. Okay, so test number 14, full data grid view. We don't need to do this. Instead of that, I'm gonna say wait a second. I didn't create a test for that. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll assume it works. I won't test that last one. So I'm gonna save that and okay. Also, we are gonna need to display all shelves in a combo box later on because we want to display the shelf information. Okay. Okay. So the testing has been done on the basic operations, so we just need to display the shelf information in a combo box. So let's go back to our class and let me work on that. Okay, this function is used to fill the combo box with shelves info. There we go. And I'm gonna copy the code. It's pretty much no, it's not. Okay, so not the same. So public shared function full combo box with shelf info. So here this is gonna be CMB box as combo box and DBMS as DBMS class. There we go, as boolean. So what should we do? We should try. So remove all the values displayed in the combo box. So cmb box dot items dot clear. Okay, you could use a binding source, but in our case we want to use we want to add items one at a time. So here dimension as a string and s equal dbms dot create result set select star from shelves. Okay, and do while dbms dot read check that under file s. We are gonna say cmb box dot items dot add. Okay, in this case we are gonna we should add what? We should add dbms dot fee get column value. The code is in S and the column name is shelf number. Okay, and that's it. dbms dot close result set S and return a true. If any kind of error happens, we should dbms dot roll back and cmb box dot items dot clear and return false. Okay, so this is used to fill the combo box. I'm gonna save that and I will assume it will work. So okay, finish this and so now staff logs and selects the data entry and staff view the list. Okay, wait a second. So now we need to do a few things. I need to save things here. I need to, oops, I didn't want to run this. Oh gosh, please close yourself. Okay, now so what we see here, just to close the stupid window, run task manager, processes, okay, this is why I hate JDeveloper. It takes lots and lots of memory. Close that. There we go. Okay, so now what I need to do is check the scenario I created previously. So the employee logs into the system and should see one of these options on the screen, right? Like borrow a book, return a book, search, finds, and data entry. So okay. So let's start with this one. Let's go here and see what did we do. Okay, so this is the client, right? And this client here, this is the administrator actually. So what we could do, I can change the scenario over here and make it like multiple tabs. I guess making it multiple tabs is easier. Okay, so data entry. Enter student, borrow book, no. Where's that? Returning the book, searching for finds, data entry, enter shelf information, update the book information, upload book information from CSV, enter shelf information. Okay, so here what am I gonna do? I'm gonna create a data entry tab. Instead of making these as a menu, I'm gonna make them as tabs, and the end user will switch between these tabs. Okay, so I'm gonna add a tab over here, click in the middle, okay, because I want to select the page, and here there's gonna be what? Data entry. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Okay, so the administrator will be able to display the information over here. Well, can I dock it? Dock and parent container. Okay, no problem. Data entry. Okay, this is an idea. I won't make them as multiple windows, but I'm gonna create a little bit complex user interface. It will be like this. Where is the tab control? JKL, PQRST. PQRST. This is a tab control. This is another tab control here. Now the thing I'm gonna do is what? I'm gonna change a few things about this control. Appearance normal. What do we have? There's buttons. Yeah, float buttons. No, it's normal, but I remember there was a property that changed the location of the tabs. Context menu, strip, no. Cursor dock, normal. No. Bear with me just for a second, please, while I figure out this. Padding, size, tab stop, wait, cursor. Okay, let's go to the beginning. Accessible, alignment, top, load drop, anchor, appearance. Yeah, because validation, context menu, cursor, track enabled, generate member, hot track, image list, IME mode, location, maximize, minimize, modifier, multi-line, padding, right to left, straight to top size. Okay. Okay, so continuing with our video, there was a property that allowed me to change the location of the buttons. It's possible to be this one. Dot anchor. No, anchor should be all sides because I wanted to fill everything. Let's check. Let me check this. Right. Okay. This is the one. This is the one. So we could use this. You can see here the tabs are changed here. Okay, I'm gonna put it on this side. Okay, so this will allow us to create a very complex interface in a way. Okay, so click inside. Let me remove the second tab. Okay, remove tab. Okay, so we have only this one now. So what we want to do, this should have to do with the what do we call it? The shelves. So here we're gonna call this shelves. There we go. Okay, shelves. Okay. I don't know if this is a good idea to do it like that or not, but or actually we could make it at the bottom. What was the alignment, right? Alignment. Oops. Click here. Next, let's go up here instead of right, bottom. Okay, so here you can see that these are at the bottom. Okay. So here you select data entry, and then you could select what kind of operation you are supposed to do. And this is gonna create a problem because the menu have to be updated with your current selection. So we'll have to work on that. Anyway, let me work on this a little bit quickly because I don't want you guys to get distracted. So here, let's go back to our progress. You want the staff member to logs and select a data entry. No problem. So what happens when the when the administrator logs? The administrator shouldn't be able to do anything. So this tab, which is which is, let me click inside, this is tab page 2, should be hidden. So let me go here, open, yeah. So I'm gonna put some code here, the load event. If the admin just logged in, then we should remove other tabs. Okay, so if obj, right, staff obj dot get employee name equal admin. If the administrator just logged in, then let's go back here. This is tab control 1, and I need to remove. Okay, so here tab control 1 dot tab pages dot remove at the first page is 0, second page is 1. Okay, so let me check this out for a second. Let me run this. Oops, sorry, I need to go to the client here. This is a client, start a project and run. So this is admin 123 go. So it did not work, right? Wait a second. So this is it, and run again. I'm gonna say admin 123 go. So what's the get employee name? Add watch. Oh, this is administrator. Not, I don't need the get employee name, get login name. There we go. Continue. Okay, so you can see this one got removed, so we only see these two for the administrator. If not, we need to do the reverse. So else we're gonna say dot remove at 0. We're gonna remove the 0, and also we need to remove what? We need to remove this administrator menu. So staff tool to, okay. So me dot staff tool strip menu item dot visible equal false. Okay, so here we're gonna say remove the tab related to what? Remove the tab related to normal employees. Okay, now remove tabs and menus for admin. That's it. So now we're gonna run this. I'm gonna say admin 123 go. So we have Smith. Let me change edit Smith information, the password 123 and password 123. Okay, no problem. So close that, run again. Now we're gonna enter Smith and 123 go, and there's a problem. Let's have a look here. Okay, since okay, I think I know why. Because the tab is being removed here, we are trying to fill the data grid that is on the remove tab. That's why we're getting the error. Yep, this is why we're getting this error. So I need to put this one inside here. Okay, hope you didn't get confused because of the for the reason of this. Okay, so let's go back here and let's say this is Smith 123 go. It's working now. So this data entry, this is the shelves tab. Okay, no problem. So save that. Let's go back here. So the staff logs and selects the data entry, no problem. So the staff member should display list of shelves. Let's go back here. Let's go back to main window. Okay, so I'm gonna right click on this data grid view. I'm gonna copy it. Let's go back here. This shelves, I'm gonna paste it here and change its name to DGV2 for data grid view 2. Okay, let's go to this guy here. Where is it? So when I load the window, if the user is administrator, no problem. Let me put a few enters here, so that I distinguish what's happening here. Okay, next, I'm gonna say fill the data grid view with the shelf info. Okay, so if not, shelf class dot full data grid view with shelf info DGV2 database management system, then we are gonna display this message. Control C, Control V, and this is gonna be what error while displaying shelf information. And I'm gonna save this and run this again. Smith 1 2 3 go, and you can see, although there are no rows, but you can see this shelf number floor. So the SQL is working fine. We didn't get any kind of error. All in all, it's great. So I'm gonna save this now. Let's go to here. We finished this guy. We only now need to add a new shelf, modify the shelf, and remove a shelf. So in a way very similar to this, this is going to be what? Shelf. Okay. Add a new shelf. Add a new shelf. Edit shelf. Remove shelf. That's it. So for adding a new shelf, this is going to be okay. Okay. So you can see now all I'm doing is repeating the same steps again and again. A few places I'm adding new things. Right click and select add, and I'm gonna use Windows form, so add shelf form, and hit add. There we go. And I'm gonna need this add stuff form. I'm gonna click here, go up a little bit. What's this? What is it? What is the size? 250 by 260. You need to click inside and okay. Also you need to copy these guys. Okay, I made a mistake here. This should be a dialog, right? So click here. What is it? Wait a second. It's form CD form border style. This should be dialog. Fixed dialog, right? No. Okay. What's the difference between this and the other? Font, cancel button, fixed dialog, yeah. And there should be no maximize and minimize. Okay, so because I forgot to select the correct type of form, I need to do these changes. I'm sorry. So fixed dialog, maximize box, no maximize, no minimize box, and also it should be parent center parent. There we go. Okay, and the name add shelf, add new shelf, enter, click here, Control V. Okay, well, these guys will be removed, these two guys will be copied, Okay, well, small difference. Come on, okay. I hate this. This requires... Come on, just move. Okay. This guy is... Okay, so now finished. So this should be what? This should be... Come on, okay. This should be shelf number. And this should be what? Sorry about that. Shelf. Okay, sorry, I'll have to stop here. Okay, sorry about that. I had to answer a phone call. So this is why I usually make these tutorials at midnight, because all the phone calls, distractions, and noise. Anyway, maybe this is the last time I'm making this at you know, at the evening. Okay, so here we have this shelf number. The next one should be what? This should be floor, and the last one should be this section. There we go. So what we want to do, we want the user to enter values here, and then if he presses cancel, then cancel the data entry. So me.dialog result equal cancel, and basically this will perform an assignment and close the window. And okay, if we hit OK, we need to test these three text boxes. So first one, this will be not username, but this will be shelf number TX. This is the first. The second one will be floor TX, and the last one will be section TX. Section TX. Okay, that's it. So what we want to do, double click on that, and here we are gonna add a new this will be used for adding what? Add a new shelf. So perform validation TIO1. Okay, so if shelf number tx.text.trim equals nothing, then MSG box, you should specify shelf number. Okay, critical or okay only, and error. Okay, and then we have shelf number tx.focus and exit sub. Similar thing will happen to the others, so I'm gonna just copy and paste here. There we go. So instead of shelf number, this is gonna be what? This is gonna be floor tx. Okay, you should specify the floor, for example here, and floor tx, and finally we have section tx, and you should specify the section, and here this is going to be section tx. Enter. Okay, and now we are gonna create the object and insert it. So create the object and insert it. So dimension shelf object as a new library management system dot shelf class, and shelf object dot set shelf number. This is going to be what? This is going to be shelf shelf number tx dot text dot trim, and shelf object dot set floor floor tx dot text dot trim, and shelf object dot what? Set section tx dot trim dot text dot trim. Okay, so we created the object and now we insert it. So if shelf object, if not shelf object dot insert into db, this is going to be what? Main window dot dbms followed by true, then msg box enable of inserting the shelf information into the database. Okay, and this is gonna be critical or okay only, and error. There we go. Else we're gonna say $$ result equal okay, which means everything was inserted successfully. Save that, and let's go to the main window to work on it. Where is it? Okay, this is the main window. So add shelf. Okay, so used to add shelf. So dimension add shelf obj as new add shelf form if add shelf obj.show dialog equal okay. Then if everything's fine, we need to update the display of the shelf, right? So where did we do that? We did that before in the load event, right? This is the load event. So all we have to do is copy the information from there and put it over here, and we don't need the end statement. There we go. Simple. And this should be it. So I'm gonna save this here, and I'm gonna run the code, and there's gonna be Smith 1 2 3 and go. Oops, come on. And shelf, I'm gonna say add a new shelf. So hit OK. There's an error. I need to specify a floor 2 section 1, for example, and we are able to add more shelves and do, you know, do this very similar to the administrator. Okay, one thing that we need to make sure is that this menu will be hidden from the administrator, and this is add a new shelf, right? So let's go to the administrator part. Now what do we have? The new shelf to strip menu item dot visible equal false. That's it. Okay, so save that. Now let's log in as an administrator. Admin 1 2 3 go. And it did not work well, I'm afraid. Reason is I didn't use the correct menu. So I need to click on this one. This is shelf tool strip menu. Okay. So here this is shelf tool strip menu item. Okay. The parent. Okay. Come on. Admin 1 2 3 go, and it's working. So I guess now we could put this one here, and basically our progress now is 72%. Okay, so we finished about a quarter of the system. Okay, and yeah, I'll be posting the source code on the website, on the new website, and also if you have any notes or questions, you can send them to notes@mkasoft.com or mka-soft.com. So thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.